This is really tough, as you probably can understand. I've burned all my bridges. I've sacrificed everything, like all my family, my friends. I just got viral on YouTube. I've been working on YouTube for a long time. And then I had one video that just kind of popped off now. And now I have 10,000 followers. And I wanted to answer one question that I have received that I thought would be very interesting for you guys. So I'm just going to make this quick video, which is completely unscripted, just to share with you a little bit background of my life, why I'm doing this, how I can afford to do this, and how I'm so confident that this will work. So this is an unscripted video just to tell you more about me. And I might look down a little bit for some notes, so you have to be okay with that. But the question was, how do you get the confidence to put your money on one project? Are you that confident it will give you that much profit? Are you ready to go to other countries for it? Or do you have a backup plan? Either way, you have my respect. You're in a life that will take your time. All the best, buddy. So this was from an Indian subscriber, and I thought I would just answer this question for you. And the first question, this was many questions in one question, but the first question, how do I get the confidence to put all my money on one project? And this is, of course, a very, very hard thing. The thing that made me pull the trigger and really do this, like, first of all, I've been preparing for something like this all my life. As I've been growing up, I've always been looking for ideas. I've always been wanting to do something a little bit different to have a big impact. And I never knew exactly what it was, but mentally I've been preparing for it. And I've just always been on the lookout for these types of ideas or these types of opportunities, so to say. And I think that when you are young, like I'm 26 years old, I think being young is the best time to do it. And I've said to myself that between 20 and 30 years old, I'm just gonna go for it, you know? I'm just gonna do whatever it takes, follow my heart, follow my passion, follow my dreams. So I come into this journey with this preparation and this mental preparation, which I've been preparing for my whole life. And some background info about Natural Resistance and what I'm doing here. So Natural Resistance is a clothing brand. We're creating a sportswear brand where the uniqueness of the product is that it's heavy. So I've invented the heaviest fabric of the world, and then we're making clothes. And I've been working on this for about 4 years. In the beginning, it was a little bit on and off because I've been working on a lot of ideas at the same time. But then now then the past year, or I think, past 1.5 years, I've just been all in on this. And we were working in Amsterdam in a little lab, or like we set up a small workshop in Amsterdam where I was working on the fabric, we were working on the clothes, we were, basically doing everything that I'm gonna do now and that I'm doing now, but in a much more miniature version, a smaller risk version. So before I left, and I left in July, which was like 8 months ago. So before I left, I was already sure about like the machines I need, how to produce it, how to make it, all of these things. So, and that goes into this whole kind of pre-phase that I've been preparing a lot. It's not that I just took a random chance and just did something crazy just because I heard of the India-EU trade deal, but it's something I've been calculating on for a long time, and I knew I was going somewhere. And I thought India was a good choice. But the funny thing is, which is the second question, are you that confident it will give you that much profit, or are you ready to go to other countries for it? And that's the funny thing, because I didn't set out, when I set out to do this in July, actually on my birthday. So I was alone in India on my birthday in July. But when I set out to do it, I didn't specifically go to India. I was actually going to Vietnam. But I had a layover flight in India. And I thought I might as well travel around India a little bit, look around India, see maybe if there's a fit in India. Because when I went out to do this, I didn't know which country we were going to set up. And I've been looking at a lot of different Asian countries. And my initial thought was to explore a little bit. So I would go and explore some different countries and then see how it feels and see what type of connections I can make. And then from that, make a decision. But the time I spent in India, I just immediately felt, it just immediately felt right. I met good people, and then I thought to myself, time is very valuable, and I want to move very quickly. So I said, I'll just do it here. Screw it. I'll just take a chance. I'll do it here. I'll save time. I will save effort, and that's how I landed in India, and decided to do it. So I set up the company. I started the process for setting up the company, and then I went on a little bit of vacation to Thailand and then Indonesia, because the process of setting up a company takes time and it's just a lot of administrative work, and I couldn't really do anything. Um, so so I started the process of setting up the company, and I would then go back, which I did in October, and then I've been here since October. Um, and I'm not. I believe in the idea a lot. I've worked on the idea. I believe in it. I I've you know I'm of course very very committed in the idea, and I think it's going to work. But in the end, you never know if something is going to work. You never know if something is going to give you enough profits. You never know these things. So it is a bit crazy. It is a bit of a gamble. Um, and I'm not confident it will give profit, but I am confident that I or we, the team, that we will be able to figure it out. Even if it doesn't work exactly the way I have planned, I think we have a direction and we have a good plan. And maybe it won't turn out exactly like that, but it will work in some way. And maybe that's enough. Maybe not everything has to go according to plan. Maybe that's the beauty of life a little bit as well. Um, and I guess that comes maybe from just a personal confidence in my own abilities, or my ability to figure things out. I'm a very confident person in general. So, but I have spent so many years thinking about it, and again, not just this idea, but many ideas. And that goes into the third question, which is, do you have a backup plan? And that is that, yeah, I kind of do have a backup plan, because I know if the main thing my main vision doesn't work in the factory, I know I have so many ideas that we can do in the factory. So I know that everything that we set up, everything that we do, we're gonna be able to use the same resources, the same systems, the same people, all of these things, regardless of whether it's the first product, the second product, the 10th product, or a completely different idea. And of course, I genuinely 100% believe that our first product and our first concept will work. 100%. But then in the worst case scenario that it doesn't, then I have 3 or 4 more ideas that I'm deeply passionate about, and that we're gonna do regardless if the first idea works or not. But it is a bit of a backup plan. And I mentioned this in the beginning that I think the best time to do it is when you're young. And I've had really tough periods going on this journey and doing this. Like, this is really tough, as you probably can understand. I've burned all my bridges. I've sacrificed everything, like all my family, my friends, all of these things. And I'm going all in. And I think the best time to go all in is when you are young, because you gain all of these experiences. And I don't want to live my life in regret and thinking, what if it would have worked? What if it would have, yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm taking this opportunity to try out not just one idea, but all of my ideas. And I think it would be unreasonable if none of them work, because I think each and every one of them will work. I think only time will tell. But even if none of them works, I think I will go out of this whole process, this whole journey, with a lot of experiences, with a lot of friends, and I think I will look back at my life and be proud and be happy. So it's not as much of a business decision as it is a life decision. And I think life should be exciting, life should be worth living, and we have to find what makes it worth living for us. Me doing these type of adventures, even though it's really hard, that's what I do. I take the path of most resistance. That's what natural resistance is about having mental resilience to go through the hard things and keep going. Because You believe in it because you believe something good will come out of it and you want to make the world a better place.